Hi guys, my name's Götzl, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how I close my XB8 emulsion shocks to have it perfectly set up to put on the car and have the best performance on the track. Let's take a look what I have here on the table. So here I will use the Hoodie 1.5 screwdriver. Here I have the shocks already prepared and filled in with oil. And as I mentioned, I'm using the Emulsion shock, so I have only the O-ring inside the shock cap. I remove the screw from the cap, leave it on the screwdriver on the side, and with the Emulsion shocks I like to put oil over the top of the shock body, so I fill in a little bit more. I also like to put some oil in the shock cap itself. Here I have a glove which is very good for absorbing the oil, and I take the shock and the cap with oil inside. I put it over, and oil will already start to come out as I tighten. So I will continue tightening with all the oil going out. I will tighten the shock cap fully on the shock body, just like that. Now I press the shock rod inside the shock body. For the first time you press it from all the way out and press it all the way in, like that. Now I put the screw back in the cap. I like to press in and out approximately 10 to 15 times. And now I press the shock rod inside the shock body. I check the gap that the shock end goes out of the body, and now I do approximately twice of the distance. Just like that. I remove the screw once again, and I press this amount of oil out. So now only a little bit of oil will come out of the shock. As you can see here, I put the screw back in the cap, tighten the screw fully, make sure it doesn't fall out, and now remove all the excess oil from the shock cap, so you can put it on the car nice and clean and it doesn't get much dirty. Now I check for the rebound, and as you can see, this is a perfectly built emulsion shock with basically no rebound, and you still have enough oil inside the shock itself to remove all the unwanted gap of air you normally get when you press all the way. So now I just put the rubber boot over the shock rod, put it over to have the shock rod protected from all the dirt on the tracks outside. Now I like to check where is the plastic piece on the shock cap, and I align the shock end with the plastic piece right here, so it's in line with the plastic piece on the top. That way I know when I put the spring on the shock and the shock collar, that when I put the shock on the shock tower, the plastic piece is facing the shock tower always, and the rear of the shock collar will be protected from the outside of the car. So this is a finished product building the emulsion shocks for the XB8 and XB8E cars. I will do the same for the rest of the shock package, and then I mount the shocks on the car. Here I have my XB8 where I want to install the shocks on the car. As I mentioned, I check where the plastic piece is on the shock cap, and now I put the plastic piece facing the shock tower, like that. Now always make sure the left hand thread is on the right arm, so when you face the car from the front like me now, it's on the left side. And the standard screw is on the right. And like this, you can see the shock is mounted the way that the shock collar is protected from the outside. And I know that very little dirt will get inside the shock boot right now. So this was a very short video regarding the build of the 8-scale shocks. If you guys have any more questions regarding the XB8 or XB8E shock package, please let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.